Okay.
Yeah.
Hello and welcome to Naija's Geeking podcast. This is episode 228. Today we have a full house, so yes, prepare for some nonsense takes by some certain people. Red the professional, how are you doing?
You keep saying full house. Didn't we have a full house the last time?
We did.
It depends. It depends on some certain people when they choose to come in and when they are
Okay.
not going to be absent. Yeah.
I'm
But
good.
how are
I'm
you
good.
doing, Red? Yeah. Yeah. Kek, how's it going over there?
I'm good though. Violence aside, I'm fine because I don't understand this this first attack. You know when you're playing Street Fighter, you know if you attack somebody first, they'll give you high points. So I don't
You,
have
s-
it.
you see how Red didn't respond because it wasn't meant for him. But the person it was meant for is the person that chose to take an issue with it.
Okay, okay. I'm good, thank you.
Yeah. Dakpo, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm fine. I'm fine. I've got no complaints.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, this week we will be talking on the absolute comics. It's been a while since we've checked in on them, and I think most of them are just about to round up their first arc, and the second wave have dropped their first issues. Also, we'll be talking about Daredevil. They dropped two surprise episodes last week, and after watching it, we understood why they did that. But yeah, we'll be diving into those two episodes as well. So, guys, which one do you want to go for? Daredevil
Let me
or
start. Let's start with casting news of
Casting News?
We got some news.
yeah, that guy has Jorel.
Is
Oh,
that confirmed?
Bradley
is it
Bradley
confirmed?
Cooper.
Bradley
Well,
Cooper.
he was Hollywood Reporter. Hollywood Reporter, no they lie. So I
You know,
Okay.
but
assume
as
it
this
was
guy confirmed it.
So
What's
Bradley
his name?
Cooper as
Yeah,
Jor-El.
as Jorel. Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Okay.
I don't mind.
Okay, let's assume it's real. Okay, let's just assume.
Okay.
So Red, you said you don't mind.
I don't mind.
Fandom
Yeah, yeah.
Wire have said it. Game
A lot of
Rat.
people have said it. Yeah,
Okay, superhero hype. You see, I think it's real.
Like, how much?
but
Okay, let's
this
talk about
guy
how we
hasn't
feel
said
about
it
it.
yet.
Yeah, why do I feel like I saw this on Gunverse or something? Anyway. Okay, all
Let's
right.
move on. Yeah.
Let's assume. Yeah. How do you guys feel about this?
I was relieved it wasn't Tom Cruise.
It
You
couldn't
know,
have been
someone
Tom
dropped the
Cruise.
rumor
Ah,
here a while ago that yeah, they might be casting Tom Cruise as Jor-El, and I was so pissed. But yeah,
okay, just
that was
name the
my
person that said
initial
it.
reaction.
Name the person that said it.
I'm not here to cast tools or choose violence. I'm a peaceful person by nature.
So you're more happy because of who is not rather than who it
Exactly.
is.
So it took me a minute to even start thinking about who
But the
it
person
is.
that you are even happy about, the person was not interested in. I don't understand this.
Tundan is
Tom Cruise
double
was not
negative.
going for
Double
it now.
negatives. Yeah, happy because of
No,
who it
see,
is not.
I'm saying that was my initial reaction. That they
Okay.
casted someone as Jor-El. My mind was, I hope it's not Tom Cruise, and it wasn't Tom Cruise, and I was happy. And then
But Tom Cruise did
it's
not want
but
it. Okay, go on.
I don't care. It's my happiness.
No,
I
hey,
derive
so no,
happiness
you
from
can't be happy over stupidity. Why are you happy?
You know, when
You did
I
not
be
want the
happy,
job and you are now.
you should
Okay, go on.
find sources
Okay,
of
go on.
joy wherever you
Well,
can.
you know what? Today I'm going to join you in
Yeah.
your happiness for the very same reasons.
Yeah, but it's
You know,
lame. It's a lame reason.
the
Both
fact
of you are
that
lame.
it was not Tom
So,
Cruise
Tom Cruise did not
Yeah.
want it. So I don't
made
understand.
me think, okay,
The fact that
that's
Tom Cruise
that's
didn't want it.
myself.
Yes. Tom Cruise didn't want it, but go on.
Bradley
He
Cooper.
told you he didn't want it.
Personally,
He
on
was not
the
interested.
in the prayer group.
We are happy. And the fact that I mean Bradley Cooper, yeah, I like him. He's okay. I would never fault him for it if I'm being honest.
Yeah.
But I'm almost ambivalent in terms of him
Is
doing it or not.
Yeah.
Jor-El gonna get a big role?
No. It's like Russell Crowe as
Yeah,
Jor-El.
let me put it this way. No. Don't even Russell Crowe as Jor-El got a big role.
Got a big role compared to
He did.
Marlon
He,
Brando.
he did.
No,
There's
I'm
no
saying that as
nothing
big a
about
role
it.
that was, it's not a big role in the.
No,
Yeah, but
No, he
also-
was.
I don't agree. It was a big role. It was a
was-
big role.
Oh,
It
okay.
was. It
Even
was,
as a hologram.
And sorry, to be honest, I would say in all these Marvel movies,
Yeah,
Jor-El has always been,
that's played a pivotal
let me use
role.
the word, a pivotal role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they've always used big names
Yeah.
like
For it.
Marlon Brando.
Yeah.
To be honest, I think this might be the smallest name yet to play Jor-El in the cinema. It is. Are you going to argue that?
I'm not arguing anything.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
arguing
Your
anything.
face. You want to fight.
I was
So
thinking. I was thinking
he
about it.
he was
Like
googling. He was about to argue that he
I
googled.
was like thinking about it. Like,
But
Bradley Cooper
it's
is
only been
fine.
two, so it's not hard
Yeah.
to. It's only been two, Brando and.
Yeah, I was thinking of Russell Crowe and Bradley Cooper, but like,
Yeah.
there's no point. Yeah,
No, you can't compare the two now. I mean, so
it's fine.
yeah, okay, yeah, it's okay for me. I'm not that
Yeah.
fussed either way.
Like,
Yeah. I don't know.
I mean, Kex, what's your feelings about this?
I like
Apart
Bradley
apart from
Cooper.
that, your butt hurt. That is
No,
not
my butt's fine. My butt's fine because you cannot give my guy Tom Cruise a small role like that. No. Tom is a franchise maker now. Come on,
You
guys.
mean you can't give your guy Tom Cruise an iconic role like that? Okay,
He's a
It's
franchise
fine.
maker.
No, I feel.
yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We
Maverick
get
cannot
it.
come
Yeah.
and do the hologram up and down.
Don't worry.
Okay.
I like Bradley Cooper.
Okay. Tom Cruise
And I
will
like
get a job.
Jor-El.
He will
What?
get a job, but they said there's no running in the script.
No, Tom
Yeah.
Cruise always exactly. So he said, "Wait,
So
will I
dumb.
escape the destruction of Krypton?" They said, "No." He said, "Will I run?
Can
Outrun?
I outrun it?
Can I outrun the devastation of the planet?" They said, "No." He said, not for me."
There's no point. Yeah. No, but like
No.
Tom Cruise is so to support Kex a bit. Tom Cruise is so distinctive in his roles that I can't see Tom Cruise playing another character that is not Tom Cruise.
He's too big. He's too big.
So you're saying, okay, I hear you. So Tom Cruise is so typecast.
Exactly.
Yes.
Okay, I'll get
Yes.
you to that.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Basically what I'm
Tom
saying.
Cruise comes, it will be the Tom Cruise movie, not Superman.
No, it will be Tom Cruise playing Tom Cruise, not Tom Cruise playing Jor-El.
No, it will be
It's not about whether it's
the movie will be sorry. The movie will now be about Tom Cruise, and it will be about
Yeah, right.
Drummond. Yeah.
More casting news.
Yeah.
The whole Marvel roll call.
I was hoping to avoid that nonsense. But yeah, let's talk about it.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
Sorry, what is that to talk about?
Wait, you are the one.
That's why I said
You
it's a
tell
roll
us.
call.
No, wait. Time. You watched it, so you tell us because you spent your time.
Exactly. You're the only one here that watched it.
So you guys, your description of
How much?
me
Just how much gig did you use to watch that?
How long did you spend watching it?
I had it on in the background, and I would glance across. And every now and then I'll see a different chair with a different name. And after like about I think half an hour, I turned it off.
Wait, that's what they did all through.
It was 5 hours. Oh, Greg, it was 5 hours long.
Or just names on chairs.
I think it was 12 minutes per seat.
Really?
12 minutes per seat, something like that.
It should just hover around the seat and
everything we never done.
Yeah. Like I watched the 1 minute version where someone sped it up. And it was still too long.
That's what I saw. That's what I saw, and I didn't know. I thought that was the real thing.
Okay, let me ask a question. Was there any name on that chair that was a big surprise at all to anybody?
Yeah, the X-Men names.
That didn't surprise me either.
Hey guys.
Okay, that's surprising.
No, I was
Okay, you know what?
surprised.
Let me just say,
in a
surprised
negative.
what was a surprise.
I was surprised in a
coming back.
negative. I was surprised in a negative way.
Yeah, I'm with
Like why?
Why? Are you have you reached the bottom of the barrel? Yes, that you cannot go.
I mean, we know they already reached the bottom of the barrel, but are you guys when are you going to start trying to climb?
I think we've seen Xavier die 3 times now. In the movie.
I'm not
like he exploded once, they broke his neck one other time. Like, why is he coming back again?
To me, the downside of all of this for me started with the casting announcement of Robert Downey Jr.
I agree with you.
Dr. Doom.
When that Robert Downey Jr. thing came, I've lost all the.
So to me, because anything now can happen. Because I knew this is multiversal nonsense.
No, you guys, this is even way below that. Like this is worse than that. Like we've said goodbye to these characters multiple times.
Yes,
doesn't matter. It's the beginning.
This same group of characters.
So I'm not as averse to the characters as I am to the people they chose.
And that's what I'm saying. That these
So you're
people
talking
as
about
these
the original
characters, we've
actors.
said,
Yeah, the original
like
actors. So
James
why?
Marsden, Patrick Stewart,
Oh,
and
trust
we've
me.
said goodbye.
Yeah.
In my mind, these guys are all dying, and they're not going to be the X-Men.
No, they're not.
Okay.
We're not saying they will be.
Oh,
They've
yeah, no,
done-
I think Red's scared that they might be the new Red.
Actually,
No, but
thank
why?
God.
Why are they
At this
coming
point,
as
at
as
this point,
as
I am
those
not sure.
characters?
They won't be. They won't be. They won't be. They won't be.
It won't
That's
shock.
the
It will shock me.
They cannot now. James
it's not
Marsden is in his 50s. Are you going to bring him
Okay.
to play Cyclops?
possible.
Get.
It's
It will play
not.
It will play
No.
mentor Cyclops, where
He
they will
won't.
bring in a new
No.
generation of
No.
X-Men
No. He's
They're,
not.
mutants.
they're all,
No.
you know the
No.
same way some of these guys got their send off.
No.
Well, I thought they got a send off in.
He even got a mature send off because he followed Singer to go do Superman Return.
No, but he came back after that. He's done it after that. He did it in the Wolverine movie.
Yeah.
He
Right?
did it
At the
Days
end
of Future Past.
Yes, I think it was.
Days of Future Past. It was in Deadpool as well, I think.
No, he wasn't in Deadpool. He was
It
in
The
wasn't
first,
Deadpool.
the first Deadpool.
I don't
Deadpool.
remember. I
Yeah,
don't
but
remember.
you know, Days of Future Past. We literally saw him in one scene at the end. Though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
that was his send off.
That was the send off, yeah.
Because they
Yeah,
lived
yeah.
basically.
Yeah,
And him and Logan made up. So that was perfect. I mean, bringing back these guys now it's really now there are no. I have no emotional attachment to these guys. I don't feel like they made a sacrifice. I mean, it's not like they died in real life, but I don't feel like the characters made a sacrifice. I don't feel like Iron Man made a sacrifice. Why are you bringing Robert Downey Jr. back? It's all just everything is done. It's
But
and it was so lame. It was so lame. Cheers. Oh, it was.
I
Has
really
it always been like this, or were we just too gassed?
No, we're not too gassed. No, they had something, but they lost that magic.
They lost it.
So now they've just like they are basically like Will Smith, right? They've lost that thing, and
can we not call that name here, please?
I know you like the guy, and you have
that comparison.
Red.
It's
so like damning. No, when you have like a guy who was a cool uncle, and now the guy just doesn't want to agree. Like he doesn't want to stop going to the club.
So
he doesn't want
the cool uncle to the
to the embarrassing one.
Okay. To the embarrassing uncle. Yeah, to the embarrassing uncle. Yes.
Okay.
We're not using the S. We're not using the S word.
It's fine.
We'll spare him.
Yeah. Anyway, have you seen the levels of which Marvel fans are going through for this to explain this why they did it this way?
Give me. Tell me.
Yeah. One, someone is saying because of the way the names were arranged, this is the order they die in the movie.
That's not possible.
Because you know why I said that's not possible? Well, it could be.
Anthony Mackie was one of the first. That's not possible.
The first name that I saw was Thor now.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, Chris Hemsworth was the first. Yeah.
Yes.
And then wait, was Scarlett Johansson listed at all?
No.
I
can't remember now.
I saw Mantis' name.
Yeah. Okay. Because not everybody that we know is going to be in the movie was there. I'm not sure. I think Tom Holland wasn't there. Yeah. Tom Holland was there. Kamala wasn't. I don't think Kamala was there.
But why would he even do that? Let's say that was even it.
Yeah.
Why would you do that?
Why would who do what? Sorry.
Let's show all the people gonna die in order they don't die.
Oh no. That it's not.
Like I said, it's a level of which.
Okay. Any more reaching? Yeah. Any more reaching here for us?
Is anybody saying they're trolling?
Well, because people have been trying to have like different explanations for why it was listed in that way. Like why Vanessa Kirby was not listed alongside the rest of the what's it called? The rest of the Fantastic Four. Why Pedro Pascal was like there has been a lot of
was it simply done alphabetically? Did anybody even check?
No, it wasn't done alphabetically.
Okay.
It wasn't done alphabetically.
It was done. Come on, it's thirsty. Come on, it's thirsty.
Yeah.
It's thirsty.
So it's like
So guys, I'm gonna say some things and please say if I'm right or wrong. But what we now understand, we're having the original Fantastic Four crew in this film, right?
Who are the original Fantastic Four crew?
The Fox actors.
You mean the the George Coleman one?
Ian Grofulf. I can't pronounce his name.
Ian
I know the
Griffith and Michael Chiklis. What was his name? Michael Chiklis, right?
Yes, Michael Chiklis from The Shield. No, those. Why would they come? Wait, so
No,
is Johnny still coming
I'm
back?
sure Ian Grofulf has been mentioned that he's in this now. Was that a rumor?
I've not heard it that one.
I've not heard that rumor.
Okay, so please ignore it then. I might.
Yeah.
Because the confidence you're using says I've not heard it.
Yeah.
No, I'm sure I've seen that. I've read that.
Before you started, I said you were wrong. I said,
you
guys,
He said before he started, he said he was wrong.
he said, guys, tell me if I'm wrong. I said you're wrong.
All right. Okay. So ignore me.
All right.
I'm pretty sure that they said I read somewhere about, and it might be one of these rumor sites about the cast of Reed and that Ian Grofulf is going to be in what is one of them, and this guy's going to be okay on those chairs. Did we see this guy's name?
Who?
Our favorite cast for Richards, the guy from.
No.
Oh, he wasn't. Okay.
It wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like as in the list of cast they use for it is like it's weird. Let us be like that. The order exactly, it's weird. The X-Men, we have like Channing Tatum Gambit's coming back for whatever reason.
That is not surprising at all. That's not surprising at all.
Okay, but yeah, I'm not like it's fine. I don't like this list. It just shows me. It just sets my expectation for the movie more than anything else they've done.
You were not set before.
Unlike you guys, I didn't mind Robert Downey Jr. as being cast as Dr. Doom. I've been championing a possible scenario where it's actually good.
Yeah, of course you won't mind. Because you're a hater, so anything bad you won't mind.
Yeah, exactly.
No, but this one I actually mind because I don't like it at all. I can't see a possible reason why this is being done in this way, except for like
why what is being done in what way? Sorry, why what is being done?
The
what is it?
Cast reveal.
No, what
the
is
cast
it?
reveal like this?
Okay, so wait 1 second. So the cast reveal, the chair, the seat is what is bugging you.
Yeah, I can't think of a good reason to do this. I can think of to put the chairs like this. I can't think of why does it make sense.
When they called Robert Downey Jr., that one was okay.
I could think of a good reason. No, I can think of a good reason for Robert Downey Jr. I could give a plausible scenario where I can say, "Oh, this works for me." But this, I'm like,
after the video itself, have Marvel actually said this is the full cast list, or this is some of the cast?
No, this is some of the cast.
So we don't even know anything. We just saw these seats, and that's it.
Yeah,
so it could be anything. It might be part of the cast.
It's so dead. It's so shit. It's so shit. Like, do they really think people are like fangasming over chairs?
I'll spend 15 minutes fangasming over what's also being cast on the chair.
But guess what? Somebody watched it all live.
That's what
yeah. So why would Marvel stop?
No, but here's the thing, though. No, it's not the thing. I could imagine myself in the writer's room, which is like probably an echo chamber. And he was like, "Oh, what we should do this." And I go, "Oh, great idea!" All this like we're living where you can't say, "Oh, actually, that was shit." You can't say that. You can't say something like that anymore. And then they go with it, and nobody's willing to turn around and say, "No, actually, that sucks." And the worst part, did they not try to spin this as some kind of record?
I don't know. Anyway. Let's move on from this.
Yeah, let's move on.
It's bad. Yeah,
it's shit. It's
what's the opposite of hyping somebody for a movie? That's what this is. So
yeah.
And no, to me, this was an annoyance. This was an annoyance.
I was like, this is finished. This is man. You have a movie coming out in May. You have another one coming out in July. Neither of those movies, in my opinion, is really gathering buzz. At least within my own circle. Let me not.
In my head.
Which one is okay? Fantastic Four. Fantastic Four. It's coming out in July.
It's still not happening.
I was about you when they said.
When they said 2 movies, I was like, which other movie was coming out?
Yeah, I was thinking, what's the other movie? I totally
Fantastic Four is coming out.
What I think was Thunderbolt. I thought that's Thunderbolt. Sorry,
Oh God. Well, yeah. Okay, guys.
This one.
Let's move on. Let's move on. Let's move on.
Yes.
So, Daredevil or Absolute Comics?
Daredevil. What do you think, guys?
Daredevil.
This is Daredevil.
Daredevil. Okay. Daredevil. This week they dropped 2 episodes. Surprisingly, I'm not sure if they. At first, I thought it was a mistake that maybe something went wrong or the episode is repeating itself. But it was actually 2 completely different episodes dropped, and one episode is basically a standalone episode with which Daredevil enters a bank rob, like your typical trap in a bank setting.
Inside,
Yeah.
inside,
Man on
inside
the
man.
inside man, yeah. There's so many movies, so many TV shows built around this particular
And
concept.
it's what in other shows you call it a bottle episode.
Exactly, it's a bottle. Well,
Correct.
almost a bottle episode where majority of the entire show takes place
Takes
in
place
one
in one setting.
simple,
Yeah.
in one setting. And yeah, this episode tonally feels completely distinct from the rest of the episodes we've been seeing. Story wise, it's barely connected to anything that has come before it or anything that's actually, it's like it's its own thing. If you've dropped it as a one shot a few years ago, people will say, "Oh yeah, nice Christmas episode." Like, one of those Christmas I am good special. It's a
Yes.
Christmas special, basically. Yes. Yeah. That
Oh
kind
yeah,
of
there
thing.
was a Guardians of the Galaxy Christmas special.
Yeah.
It's yeah, as you said, it's a bank robbery
Yeah.
with Matt Murdock at the center of it. It doesn't follow on. So from episode 4, where we left it off,
Yeah.
it's not really technically it's not almost a follow on. It's almost like, oh, here's this episode, and then episode 6 is almost like a continuation of episode 4.
Yeah.
But we've got
Correct.
this in the middle.
Yep.
I mean, the
Yeah.
only thing that I could think of that linked it to the previous episode was a discussion about we have to pay
Luca, the diamond, yeah. We
Thank
have
you.
to pay.
Yeah.
Laura.
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
even that seemed a bit ambiguous. But I think they added the 1.1 million as a tag on because
Yeah.
I don't see why the diamond would be the 1.8 million.
Makes sense.
It's-
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, my
Go on.
theory is this episode was from the first batch of episodes that was filmed for Daredevil. And like this
Oh, that
episode
was
shows
cancelled,
yeah, this episode shows the tone that they were going for. That the procedural 22 episode
I
run
actually think it was the first episode.
for the
Yes.
I won't be surprised
Yeah.
because I'm thinking that this episode only made the cut because it also had special guests in terms of like Kamala Khan, and they said, "Oh, this would be nice to have in the not special." Okay, for people who have not watched, not a special guest, but like a reference to Kamala Khan in terms of Yusuf Khan. Our
Yeah.
dad works in the bank.
Yeah.
And
That's
so
what
they
I
were-
remember. Yeah.
Yeah, and like it was nice at first when he said, "Oh, my name is Yusuf Khan," but then they had to beat it dust and make it obvious to everybody that it
Then they made
wasn't.
him do all this goofy, clueless
Yeah.
stuff all over again.
Yeah, he
But
did
no,
all of that.
No,
No,
to be honest,
what
I
I'm going
thought
at-
this was the most toned down I've seen this
No,
character.
listen, yeah,
If honest, this is the most toned down I've ever seen him.
no. What I'm referring
He
to
was,
is
at,
like
he
the
was, he
cameo.
was at work.
Yeah,
was at work, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, but what I'm referring to is is how you subtly make a cameo appearance known. It's like, oh, it's Kamala Khan. You start connecting the dots in your head. That
Well,
Yusuf-
this is the
but
problem.
then
with-
Marvel went like, no. We have to make it clear for everybody. This
Yeah.
is Kamala's father. He has to mention her. He has to bring out the doll of her to show Daredevil. I'm like, I get it already.
to
It
be
was
honest,
fine at first, yeah.
just showing that doll initially on the table was enough, and then we seeing him and his name. That should have been enough. Not hey, we got Jersey, and it's almost promoting. It's like a fanboy for Kamala Khan or Miss Marvel.
Yeah.
But apart from that, I think this is the least. I didn't mind him at all in this episode.
Oh no, I honestly I don't mind him at all. It's great. I liked it.
No, I this is where I have to interject. Don't ever use great and that man. I hate that man. I would really like him to die.
Who are you? Who are you?
Why?
Oh, Yusuf Khan. Okay.
the character.
Why
of
would
course,
you hate the character?
the human, not the actor. I would love that character to die. I really loathe him right from
Like,
his trouble.
move your microphone closer to your mouth, please.
He is this. Oh, sorry.
Yeah.
He is this. Is it better?
No,
Yeah,
no,
that's
Yes.
no, he's gonna wait.
Take it lower.
Is this He's this.
No, he was correct. Your voice was
no.
fading.
Okay, is it good now, Red? he is this Homer Simpson type.
Well, yeah.
So incredibly Daddy Pig, so incredibly goofy. That Nickelodeon, I hate that show. I hate it.
Oh god.
When his daughter wanted to go to Comic-Con and the guy painted himself green, that we can go as Hulk body.
No.
This is so foolish.
You actually reminded me of that episode.
So foolish. Okay,
No.
and then like for me, this the director here, he really let himself down. The director really let himself down, where he was explaining that, or the director was trying to show that Yusuf Khan is Kamala's dad.
Yeah.
Not too like
was trying too hard to show it.
He was trying too hard. Yeah.
Show a Funko Pop figure. This felt like an ad. He now brings out and then tries to show a blind man, and then puts it down again, and then continues the conversation. It was embarrassing. I was like, this is amateur hour now. What is this?
They want everybody in the back to get it. That this is Kamala. In case you didn't hear the name, in case you didn't make the connection.
For those who if you didn't watch Marvel,
for those who don't, if you didn't watch the Marvels, you don't know it. You need to know.
But the thing is, there's nothing more delicious sometimes that you now clock later on, or you see it and then you go and investigate. But when they beat you over the head with the same, they spend like 3 minutes or 2 minutes, just both of them talking, and him talking about, oh, Jersey City, oh, it's better than Hoboken, oh. So there's such a thing as an organic conversation, but kept tying it to.
That wasn't organic at all.
But exactly, like, there's an organic way to have a conversation. Like
the first few minutes were very organic. Like the first one was talking about it, and I said, "Oh, what's an like?" It was fine, but then it just continued. I was like, "Oh, this was nicely done." Yeah.
And then he brought out the Funko Pop, and I was like, "What is this?" This felt like it felt like something that the directors of Kamala, Miss Marvel would do. I mean, that MCU phase of Miss Marvel, She-Hulk, those comedy-ish, cartoonish. I was like, this is not fitting in with the Daredevil. But okay, let's move on. Sorry, I just said that, interrupted you today to say how much I don't like that.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
However,
okay, but let me just say something. The person that wrote this episode, this is the only episode they wrote for the TV show, and they were part of the Belantiverse, so it explains everything.
Right. Okay.
You know what? This makes so much sense.
Yeah.
And it also explains why tonally, there was something you said that this feels like a holdover from the previous batch. This is probably the only thing they probably saved, or maybe we don't know yet, that they saved from that previous batch. Okay, let's just save this thing.
I mean, just for our listeners, just leave a summary. Overall, some of this episode, guys, is we start off with a bank robbery. We see the Irish gang.
Yes, it's St. Patrick's Day.
Yeah. Oh, thank you very much. It's set on St. Patrick's Day, and on St. Patrick's Day, Irish people decide to rob a bank. They pay off the loan. And they play a lot into the fact that Matt Murdock's Irish, it's St. Patrick's Day, the Irish gangs, and they go into this bank to rob this bank. And basically, we see how Matt Murdock goes around trying to foil the bank robbery and the outcome of that in the end. So 95% of this is set in this bank. And it's if they delete this episode, you won't miss anything from watching the rest of the episode. I still like this episode, don't get me wrong. I enjoyed a lot of this episode. Why I felt this was an episode 1 originally was that we get almost like introduced to Matt Murdock's abilities and how you can use them, his fighting style and stuff like that. So I thought, if somebody had never seen Daredevil before, they talk about, he's blind, you do this. So there's a lot of, he's a lawyer. You get a lot of almost introductory stuff in this. So I felt, okay, this seems like a good introduction to somebody who wants to know about Daredevil, and we don't get to see him in his uniform at all.
No, we don't.
We don't.
Yeah. So I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, and I never thought about this before, and this is a personal thing. I just realized that I actually like seeing Irish characters. They seem the fact that these people are Irish kind of added like 10% enjoyment for me. And I never realized that this before. Actually, I've got a weird thing for seeing Irish people on screen with proper Irish accents.
I was just going to ask: is it wrong that I recognize the songs?
You recognize the sounds?
The songs, the Irish songs.
I mean,
well, maybe you're an alcoholic. Who knows?
no, but to be fair, I recognize one of them. Irish pubs are like one of the best pubs, no matter which country you are in. So it's like, yeah. But I'm with that on this. The Irish the characters of the bank robbers, I think they add some characters to themselves.
Yes.
It's more
and
colorful.
I like that.
Yeah,
they're a bit more colorful. Yeah.
Was it
Even with the way the guy was talking.
green?
Green.
There was one.
Green.
How many bank robbers did we have? 4 or 5?
4 or 5.
Four.
Red, yellow,
green, red,
blue,
yellow, and blue.
There's one guy in there.
And purple.
Purple, yeah, 5.
All he said was one word, and every time he said one word, I started laughing. There's a scene when they went to Black Manager. He said he's not going to be here for the next couple of hours. And he paid again. Couple of hours? Yeah, the guy killed me. I went to SWAT arrived. He said, SWAT?
Yeah,
that's the one.
What I'm going to do, I'm going to skip the entire bank robbery because it makes no sense. Yeah,
Why?
like there's no point pointing out every single loophole in how they're planning their sense of this thing.
It's a highlight reel. It's a highlight reel
of
abilities. Yeah, let's just
exactly. Let's leave that and let's move on. But one thing I wanted to point out is that why it doesn't fit again is that Matt was coming here looking for a loan for his bank, for his office, and we're going to reject him because he was poor or because they said he doesn't have too many collateral, which doesn't fit in with how upskill his practice has been
like
it was appeared to be very successful.
No, it's his clientele.
What you're protesting about is that what was said in this episode does not rhyme with what you've seen before.
Yeah, I'm just pointing out that's a bit of continuity error.
Yeah. Because what Matt was saying in that bank, I would have given you either.
Yeah.
Based on what they said in that bank.
Yeah, in the bank, yes.
Yeah, I would. Okay, yeah. Yeah, but yeah, and they've never mentioned. Well, they've hinted. They've never mentioned that they have money problems. But you do see occasionally. I think the other lawyer saying you do too much pro bono. I think there was, there's a kind of
they brought that in, but it was like, okay, but you've agreed that I can do this on the side. They're my stuff.
Yeah.
It felt like an episode where they are just starting off and not successful as we conceive them to be.
To be right now,
it's really, really nice. And from episode 1, when they were having the conversation, it felt like he had definitely moved. He had scaled up from Foggy and Nelson and Paige.
Yeah,
it definitely felt like they were more. Him and McDuffie were more successful than he was previously. So I felt like, okay, you're coming here for a loan because you want to get more, associates and okay, all right, okay, but yeah, you're right. It didn't really fit.
But yeah, so that's that about our episode. Then the next episode.
One sec. I don't think we've. Red, what did you think about this episode?
Okay.
It was just there.
Okay. I really enjoyed the episode. I mean, despite Kamala's dad being in it, because again, I like seeing him use his powers in everyday life. I love it. I feel there's so much they don't do, like the echolocation, the smell, I feel there's so much they don't cover. And I like episodes like this that he's using it in, like when he was breaking the vaults. Let's forget it. Let's know that. Let's just leave the hair. Just come off face. That he was feeling it while doing that. Those are some of the things. He did a lot of that in season 2, where you'll be like, oh, there's an electrical hum coming from there. That means there's a current running through there. There's a door, things like that.
It's an episode very focused on his power sets, and I like that.
Yeah,
I like there's a scene where he did this little gun catch that I liked.
Yes. That was cool.
Yeah. And even the fighting,
Which gun catch?
the shotgun was going to fall
Yeah,
down the
it was
stairs.
about
Oh
to
yeah,
drop
yeah,
the
yeah,
last
yeah, yeah.
staircase.
Cut the gun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I liked all of that.
Yeah, that was good.
There were, to me, some wrong directorial touches.
Choices.
There were some things that you have to like hand wave away because
Yeah.
a lot more
Of
questions should
course.
be asked,
Of course.
especially
Yeah.
by Yusuf. And
Yes.
even with some of the cops, when some of the searchers were just walking out and just walking
I
into
swear.
the street.
Still, I have a headache. My head is the person who just walked out. I'm like,
Yeah.
it's what
Calm
team
down.
came in here, but a police officer is living in police uniform, and
Yeah.
none of you can be like,
Yeah.
hey, who be this guy?
Even when Matt left, I was allowed to leave.
Yeah. Not
Yeah.
a medic checking
But
in
my
or
biggest issue this episode
yeah, there was some hand wave.
was the whole, and I had to watch it twice to understand it. The whole switching of the diamond for the sweets.
I watched it again.
Yeah, I watched it twice. Then I realized what happened.
He threw a bag. It wasn't
Exactly.
the diamond he threw a bag.
But remember, it was holding the sweet. It was the
He
diamond.
swapped it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when he threw it, that cut. I didn't realize. I just thought
Yeah,
he
he
threw the
never
diamond.
put it
He's
in
funny.
the bag. Yeah.
Yeah, but later on second watch, I realized that guy it was a bag he threw, not the diamonds.
Correct. That's
Yeah.
same thing. I went back to I was like, so somebody threw a sweet, you caught the sweet, and your
Yeah.
brain not tell you that this is
This is sweet. This is
funny.
not diamond.
So I was so confused.
That part.
That I was thinking, when did the switch happen?
Yeah.
So it's second time around. Okay, this is what you did. But I think it's bad direction not to make that very
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
You know.
Also, Matt dropping the sweet inside the diamond in the sweet this thing jar.
And,
I'm like
and
walking
you,
away.
s- and you,
What
s- and you
in what?
in it immediately.
Wow. Yeah, and you even see it be like, come on.
Can I ask you a
I'm
question?
This
Yeah.
Saturday-
What do you think was going to happen next?
That scene
Yeah.
is how long after the bank robbery?
Let's say 2 days.
And the bank
Why
manager
would
still
you
still not there.
Why would Yusuf cannot even raise the alarm instantly?
Instantly.
That
That
was-
this guy can come out. The diamond. This guy returned diamond.
2 days later.
Oh no, but okay, but in reality, why would Yusuf raise the alarm now?
Yusuf found diamond.
Wait,
What would Yusuf do with the diamond?
Okay, so
You go and turn it in. Yusuf will turn it in now. You say that
I found it 2 days later.
I found it how? Where?
no,
In my
that,
soup.
somebody put it in my no wait, guys.
No,
once-
it is that, right?
No, of course he will know it's maths. The most the
Mm.
bank will do is they will rewatch the footage to see how many
I'll see where it
people
dropped, yeah.
But
No, so wait. I think Matt is just basically revealing his identity to the whole world.
that is again that is the stupidity of the episode. It would have been better for Matt to just go and give it to him that hey, I switched it that day. I never really
Oh yeah,
did it."
exactly.
In reality,
come
you
back.
did it and you
Yeah.
Come back after.
What is this? Yeah. What is this on unnecessary?
exactly. Yeah. Good
You remember?
Samaritan.
It reminds me of this scene. No, it's a scene in a movie in one of these bank robbery movies that they did this kind of thing. And on the inside, where he gave the diamond to one of the people, one of the hostages at the end of the movie. He kept in a bag or something like that.
Isn't that Inside Man?
Inside Man, yes, Inside Man.
Inside Man, I said, yeah.
That is what they were trying to reference in that particular scene.
And it also gives an excuse for the dinner
Yeah.
invitation.
The invitation.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean,
Yeah.
the fact that the accomplice girl was even allowed to leave. Just
Yeah.
like that. Hostage. Leave her. She they go out. She won't go cook for her husband. I'm like, Typically, anybody that is involved in that situation, your next 6 hours,
You're not going anywhere.
you are going to be.
No, but they didn't know she was involved though. Only Matt knew.
I mean, no,
They knew
all
her as
of
a-
them, all the hostages.
Nobody goes home.
Oh yeah, you'll check everybody.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're going to. They're going to
And the was still missing. And you let everybody just going home. Everybody just walking at the back. Oh, see you later. See you later. Okay.
Like I said,
Even in Nigeria, don't let you go.
Yeah.
Even in Nigeria, they won't let you go.
Niger police will be like, we've done this thing before. This thing is an inside job. Everybody's guilty.
Okay. Yeah. Okay,
But
guys,
I
let's
also
move on
clocked
from
one thing. Sorry,
yeah.
one last thing, and then I promise.
Yeah.
Matt is not a very good fighter. He's not a very effective fighter.
So in this particular episode, he wasn't. For whatever reason, he struggled.
I've realized that he always has to take punches.
Oh,
He's like
yeah.
he wants to outlast you, rather than effectively take you out as quickly and
Well, okay.
every
So
fight that he's
I
had.
think
Okay.
when he's angry and he's not as controlled, so he's
So
got
he needs
ninja
to
training.
vex.
But I
Yes.
think a lot of time he reverts to being
Boxer
a
instincts.
boxer,
Yeah.
like his
Yes.
dad.
Yeah.
Yes, sure,
Yeah.
sure.
And it's like, oh, I'm fighting for anger. No. Okay, you stick. If Stick saw you like this, now he'll slap you now.
I'm telling you,
It doesn't
really
show up
bad.
in the so like Matt can take punishment, and that's a big part of his character.
Yeah.
It doesn't show up in the earlier shows because he's fighting lots of people at the same time. So
Yeah.
it's like I'm beating everybody, but I'm taking a lot of beating
Sure. I'm
everybody.
taking damage. Yes.
Yeah, but this one when
But
you're fighting,
1v1.
it's a more problem. 1v1, it's supposed to be a quicker fight, but it's
Yes.
still they still have to show him taking
You
that level of
surprised the
damage. Yeah,
guy. He surprised the
yeah.
guy walking away. He went behind the guy and said, "Hey," and the guy turns around and you hit him twice also. Then you and the guy now start exchanging punches. I'm like,
Can I say something about that fight itself?
you're very
Yeah.
Don't you? I don't know why I felt this way. I thought even Daredevil was very excessive with the leg break.
It was like it's too much.
It was excessive.
But
It was excessive.
It was too
It
much.
was-
It
it
didn't
was-
do anything.
It was out of place.
Like
You know the bank, for God's sake.
It was out of place.
Calm
He
down.
didn't kill anyone in that bag.
No,
It was out of
no.
place.
I think he said they were serious about killing people.
Who?
That they had other plans. So I think he just thought it was
see, then what he actually did throughout the entire bank up, it was even Johnny that required that level of.
Even Matt even said, "You guys really don't want to kill anybody." He even said it.
But the thing is, Red, even if they planned to, he didn't get to kill it. He didn't kill anyone. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, you could have knocked him out. He felt.
Well, he didn't kill him.
Actually-
He didn't kill him now.
It felt like they
He
wanted to show God.
He didn't kill him, but he turned his
broke
knee.
it.
The
He
direction
broke
he
his
should not be. He made his knee do things that it's not supposed to.
There's no corrective surgery.
I don't think so.
Yeah.
I
So it's
do
like
all these.
someone gave them our rating and they said this fight in let's show our
Yeah.
rating here. We have our
Yeah.
rating card, let's do it here.
That's not the
Oh, yeah.
person you should have used that move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That bottle to the face was enough. You smashed this guy's face onto bottle.
Yeah.
That was not enough. No,
He should have used that on Muse.
Muse was the person who should have
Muse.
saved him. I then put it in microwave for when he was going into some way.
Yeah,
All right. Sorry.
Muse
Yeah.
is coming soon. So let's move on to the Muse episodes.
Yes.
The Muse episode. Thank you for reminding me. This is the Muse finally reviews himself as a serial killer that kills and paints with the blood of his victims. And it was discovered by the sanitation department, which led to my funniest line, where Whisk was correcting the police that if you guys are actually doing your job, it's not the sanitation department that will be reporting a serial killer first.
Don't you feel like that's weird though?
What?
That sanitation guy.
Yeah, but there are people
Yeah.
like that. There are people like that.
Yeah.
There are people that talk
saying,
to
you
there are people
can't
that
block.
talk to CEOs of companies, but they
Yes.
cannot stay focused on. They can't stay on task.
That guy he was not focused at all.
They will give
Yeah.
you one. It's like, remember when Jeezy was giving us the gist about the guy that came to paint his house, that they took the guy like two hours for like
Oh, which
yeah,
one?
yeah,
Which
yeah,
one?
yeah.
Which one are you guys talking? Who are you talking about now? The
sanitation
sanitation
manager
guy that was
came-
reporting, that was
Yeah.
telling you what happened.
Yeah.
Oh, there are people like
There
that.
are people like that. They don't have any
Yeah.
sense of urgency. That's where they top granite as they follow Fisk talk. So
You know, he made me
Oh,
laugh.
yeah.
And even I was even feel like him. Oh God, get to the point. What's
that was-
She sounds like so. Then she had to remind him now, like, so
Yeah.
tell me what you told me. The most
Yeah.
important
Twice.
part.
The other part, yeah.
No, in the end, the shouldn't have brought it out. I don't feel the guy even got to that point.
No, he did.
I thought the guy tell him about the blood. I think she said tell him about
No, she said, tell him about the most important part, what you told me. Yeah.
Oh,
No, he
then,
wasn't going to
okay.
get there.
Oh gosh.
Yeah, it was like I will tell the entire story, the full story of how I experienced it from beginning to end.
step by step.
Yeah,
All the
step by
ones I did, all the
Yeah.
chemicals I used first.
but like, when you've been in meetings with this type of people, they have a position in a company, and you know that position.
Yeah, I
What are we
like.
talking about now?
Oh my god. Anyway, so
Yeah,
so Muse is using an epoxy that's made of human blood that he mixes with
Yes.
human blood for his
yeah.
euro. And it can't just be washed off, right? You can't just power wash it off for anything
Yeah.
as you would normal paint. I think you almost have to paint over it or something.
Yeah, I think some epoxy was used.
Yeah, that he's mixing with the blood.
Something along those lines. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
how did Ayala, who again, guys? Okay.
No, let's Tunde finish the story about this episode.
So
I have a question. I have questions for Dakbo here.
Okay.
And now,
okay.
So I think at the beginning of this episode,
Don't forget, we saw Saltman in the beginning.
Oh, yes. No, I'll get to Saltman when I get to Saltman the entire bit. But Ayala comes to see Matt in his office that, hey, my uncle was working on missing people. That this is the case he has been working on. He feels there's been a serial killer loose. That's the case. That would you take a look at it? And he goes like, go and tell the police. What do you want me to do? I'm a lawyer. And all of that. And the girl was vexed because she's going through things. She has anger issues. Like she's dealing with her grief. Yeah. So it's like it's a little girl dealing with her grief and a lack of sense of justice and like seeing her uncle killed.
Yes.
Yeah, just lashing out.
Because I thought her 0 to 60 was a bit much, but you said a lot.
It was irrational, yeah. So, but it's fine.
Yeah.
So she's dealing with that, and like Matt justifiably was like, "Well, what do you want me to do about it?"
Yeah.
And it goes about his own day. Then we also have the story Wilson trying to win influence with the people that move things in New York.
I quite like that.
And he goes for a party with the rich people, and you see that these guys are actually money. Like they don't give a shit about you.
They're more treacherous than the gangsters you're dealing with.
Yeah, it's like when all these shows when a small mafia boss when Alice enters the big room and realizes that these people he thinks that are butty, they're actually worse than him. They move.
I like when one of the guys. Well, I think it was the lady.
Is that a threat? He said no. It's a warning.
No, that was Saltman. Before Saltman.
No, the lady.
The lady that said to it, we decide who eats.
Yeah.
Not you.
Yeah.
Don't think you can come out and give me your guys food.
Yeah, this room, even his wife tells him before they go that this room of people, they are the ones that decide what happens in the city.
And that scene, it's a similar scene in the comics like that.
Yeah. I didn't like how we entered the comics.
I don't think it was part of the story. There was one where I remember King Fisk was going to speak to all these rich people, and the way they talked to him in the comic, I remember and this scene, man, that, oh, okay, this is where this scene come from.
Exactly.
I quite liked it.
Yeah.
But I and this might be something that Kex probably would talk about anyway. I think Fish should have been aware of that. You have moved. You know how many people. It's not like you just got landed in the town yesterday now. So I don't think his wife needed to tell him that kind of level of story personally.
No. But I don't think so. But I think Fisk's problem or challenge here is he can threaten or cajole people in his sphere, like mafia level, right? Whether you come from Sicily or whether you come from Odessa, he knows how to attack you like that. He knows how to get he knows your pressure points. But old money moves a different way. And because I think she's more exposed to money because she's a gallery arts curator. She has all these
she knows them.
She knows them. That okay, this is how to flatter, but you have to understand that there is some steel behind this person that
this is my biggest problem with this show. I have to keep on separating Wilson from the Daredevil show to this one. Because Daredevil show, he was a businessman. Like he was making good enough money to move in these circles.
No.
These guys here, he's literally going to beg them for money.
Yes.
It was a fundraiser. So it's not as if you have a product. He has a product that he wants to sell to them to get money.
Yeah.
So there's a way that from old money people, there's a way
being a businessman is different from moving with this type of people.
They don't necessarily accept you because you have the same money. They don't necessarily accept you.
You will see old money people that have less than Novu Rich But
And
the way they
you can't enter their clubhouse.
Let's be clear. Fisk is not a billionaire.
No.
He's not. Okay, fair
Yeah,
enough.
he's
it's not illegal. It's not illegal billionaire.
Yeah.
Even illegally, I'm not sure he's a
I'm
billionaire.
not even sure he's a criminal billionaire, if I'm being honest.
Okay.
Yeah.
You
No,
know,
but
fine.
for the crime kingpin of New York,
Yeah, what, 200, 300, 400 million? Remember, you have to launder this money and all this kind of stuff. It's very hard to.
Yeah.
You might control assets, I guess.
Yeah.
And you can't be clear.
Yeah.
And
Because
remember,
sorry,
yeah.
go on.
No,
No,
I
because
was
I'm
going to
like,
go.
it's like if this like all these gangsters, like all these like Gotsy and co, there is a way they cannot talk to the Vanderbilts anyhow to say they want to.
They want to be one
steal
down.
it.
Nah,
Or
you have to
you
respect
have to
levels.
respect levels.
Yes.
So I can get how Vanessa would almost feel like, okay, relax, bye Lashimashi.
But even then, there's a level of incompetence with Fisk.
I don't think Fisk was particularly incompetent in this episode.
No, let me explain why.
It's
like when he was trying to explain when I was talking to the lady and I was explaining this project for the port, that this is what I want to do. I want to build the port city. And the lady goes and see, you are building this port for your criminal enterprise. It will benefit in a way. I expect him to at least be able to rebut that.
That I understand. Right now is in public space. In other places, he would have smashed that person's head.
Yeah.
No, not okay.
So now he can't revert to his
reports like that.
To what is used to.
And to be honest, I think what you said earlier is correct. He came in there thinking, but these butter people, they cannot talk to me. They won't be direct.
They shocked him.
It was kind of caught up. I know what you're doing now.
His face was twitching, like he was smiling, like he was forcing the smile.
I guess we'll come back to later, but guess who suffered for that? The
guy puts his story. Say, what can I manipulate my tension?
And I have to go back to have to devolve to base and just feed that appetite.
Can I say this Swartzman is my best cameo in this show so far.
I did care for it. Go on.
I like nothing with the SWAT, but him talking to Fisk.
Yeah,
it's like I oppose you, but I would also he explained why what's this thing called? These people you are talking to, they don't like you.
Yeah,
you think you can bring your threat of violence against them? These people can visit even more on you. That was the point. Fit was recognizing that okay, I know I'm strong in the physical force, but even then, these people might be.
He's in different waters right now. He's in very unfamiliar territory.
And I think another factor is he also realized at that point that these guys actually know him,
who I am,
what he's capable of.
Yes.
They still feel confident enough to make these statements.
And the fact that it's Swartzman, one of the characters we know of from the previous show, that can still appear this threatening to Fisk. It shows like the levels of which they operate. Like that moment,
the way his smiliness always brings smiliness. The way he got this oily smiliness,
very oily.
He's a weasel.
That's the word.
I love it a bit.
Too much.
Even though I know if I was talking to him, I would want to slap him. I would want to slap him, but watch him as a third party.
Do that to Fisk.
I enjoyed it.
I want to say one quick thing about a consequence of Muse's actions is the task force.
Yeah.
Let's talk about the anti-vigilante task force that Fisk set up.
I have a big issue.
Yes.
But that was a master stroke politically for him.
Tell us.
How was it a master stroke?
No. Wait.
He needs guns. Okay. He needs guns, right? And that was he needed an excuse to get those people to unleash them.
So
okay. I liked it.
My biggest issue.
Yeah.
And maybe you guys can help with this.
Sure.
To me, there's a big disconnect between creating an anti-vigilante task crew because of Muse. I just don't get the
No, it's not because of
No,
views.
no, not because
It's
of
not because of
views.
views.
No,
But you know, he
Excuse.
built his whole. Oh, sorry.
No, wait.
Sure,
He's using Muse as the excuse
Yes.
To create the tax
Muse
force.
is not
Yeah.
vigilante. Why are you
Yes,
creating?
but no,
It's the
he's anti-mask.
Anti-mask.
Is the anti-mask.
Wait.
So
Okay.
okay, should I wait or you want to
So
go?
secondly,
Okay.
and these are 2 points. One, fine, call it an anti-mask. Don't call it anti-vigilante.
No matter. Remember that we
It
also
matters.
said
all them
That's
dead,
what
they
matters
body
more.
is scope.
Muse is a serial killer.
that. But 1 second. That. But 1 second. Sorry to interrupt. Sorry to interrupt you.
Yes.
Sorry to interrupt you. But first of all, remember that his whole manifesto was no vigilantes. That spider guy.
I have no
that's one.
with that.
Wait, that's one. Then the second thing is that remember that this city is still hurting from White Tiger. Say White Tiger in his civilian guys killed a cop. No, not killed. Guys, we were there. So we know what happened.
Oh, okay.
Killed a cop but was acquitted.
Okay. Vigilante, yes.
Who is a confirmed vigilante?
Correct.
We know. So he's using all of this as let me set up a task
No,
force.
Everything you said so far.
It's not. No, the thing is, it's not one single issue. It's not one single incident.
No, stop. Everything you said so far, I agree with.
Okay.
The Muse one does not tie in at all.
It's a mask thing. He's using it as
Are you expecting Kingpin to be? Yes.
He's a serial killer. That's all he is.
No, but Wilson is being devious. Wilson is being devious. He knows what he's doing.
I'm with Dak on this. I'm with Dak on this point because Wilson has been looking for an excuse to do this. But on branding, you don't it doesn't matter that I'm trying to catch this serial killer by creating an anti. If you say I'm trying to catch this serial killer by creating a task force for this, and then I'm going to change the name later on to say, it will make sense.
There's nothing
or if it was. If it was let me finish. If it was I'm trying to, if it was Punisher, for example, that killed somebody, and it says I'm creating an anti-vigilante task force to catch Punisher, that makes sense. But I'm creating an anti-vigilante squad to catch a serial killer. It's like
big issue.
No.
The branding disconnect there.
No. That serial killer can be spun to be a vigilante.
It could be,
but it's not.
No, it could be.
Wilson doesn't care. He's devious. He's not been above board. Wait, why are you guys ascribing common sense and good behavior? Good intentions to somebody.
But the fact that nobody. Also, another question I had to ask here.
Yeah.
How all of a sudden do people know that Muse wears a mask? That bit I didn't even get. Who saw him? Who knows Muse wears a mask? How did the information get to them?
That I can grant you. There's no.
I didn't get how that worked out.
Yeah, true.
But that I can grant you.
We can assume. I don't know. Maybe
because the 2 girls that saw him working.
They died. Nobody's come out. Nobody's escaped, right?
Yeah, he killed them.
Nobody.
But to me, it's just like, okay, I want to create this force. It's as vigilante. I'm going to use Muse as an excuse. But there's no even attempt to kind of make
that's why he got the worst.
No, but okay. What I'm saying is when he announces this.
Okay. So just a quick one. You know, there is a behind all of this stuff is I want to stop Daredevil from
Yes.
And I know this guy, like a drug, he will mask up at some point. So maybe we just set up this group of vicious.
That's what he's doing. Yeah,
extraordinary powers.
We agree.
Yeah. So no, I agree.
Okay.
Honestly, I would have been more expecting to even use Swordsman as an excuse.
To step this up.
To say that, and then say, oh, by the way, I'm going to give these guys extra duties to also go after this serial killer as well. Something along those lines.
I can see him saying, well, they're not only vigilantes, they're also killing you people. This is why we need this. Like they're serial killers amongst these vigilantes.
Yeah.
He can spin that. This guy is not.
Red. You are missing. It's not that he cannot spin that. He can spin it easily. But we're saying he didn't do it. He didn't do it here. Like in the setup of this particular thing.
We've not seen the announcement.
I'm saying that for this announcement, when he was announcing this particular thing, he said, "I'm announcing you guys to create an anti-vigilante task force to catch mules." Like that was his speech to them.
No. You're talking about when he was talking to the policeman.
Cops.
Yes. Not only did he say catch mules, he said mask vigilantes. He didn't say one person. He started using plural.
Well, I get it. The impetus. Yes.
Mass vigilantes. None of those to me at that point describe the news now.
Yeah. So no. The thing is, where I do completely agree with you is that at this point we had not been told, or we don't know. I mean, the people of the city don't know that Muse mask wears a mask, right?
Because I grant that.
Unless we are doing like Banksy kind of, we don't know his identity, whatever. But at this point, I completely agree that
I grant.
Made obvious.
What I think, this also not to throw the show a bone.
Yep.
This might be a direct result of the cutting. And the reason why I say that is because his girlfriend talks about masks a lot. And I'm writing a book about masks. And she's not talking about vigilantes or serial killers. She's just talking about masks, which covers both.
Yeah.
So I think in the original cut, there was a more natural way they did it. I think because of the cut, they try to say, we need to link this anti-vigilante force to the mask and back. And it's not done well, or it's been caught badly. Now, next episode, everything I'm asking for might happen in the next episode, where they get a PR guy, you should spin it that way. We don't know the difference. We found out that he wears a mask. We now don't know the difference.
That's why I think it's going.
Then
I'll hands up. But
okay.
What is
as of this episode now, it wasn't there.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So that's about the. Oh, did you guys see Cole Nuts?
Yeah, he doesn't look like a comic book guy, but it's okay. And he seems to be a little uncomfortable
with it.
Yeah, that's the comic book guy. That's the.
I thought you said you thought he didn't look like him.
Cole Nuts is bigger.
He doesn't really look like him.
Actually, in terms of the ethnicity, that works for me.
Yeah.
Like this guy's mixed now.
I was thinking about this. I was thinking about the size. Cole Nuts is bigger.
Like a big lad.
He's like dark.
But this guy's not small, either.
Yeah, this guy's not small.
He's not small. But
big. Compared to King, he looks small.
Compared to
the rest of the cops, he seemed big enough. I mean,
yeah.
I like the way he spoke.
Yeah.
I like that he didn't. I was worried that they might make him
bad.
No.
He seemed a little uncomfortable
or bad. Yeah. But I think he's right in the middle.
Yeah.
That I liked.
Doing his duty. Okay.
Yeah, go on.
But it's interesting.
Go ahead.
Yeah, go on.
No, the question, please go ahead.
The question is, Dapo, how, in any ramification or possibility or permutation, do you see that Ayala girl being a white tiger?
It's in the past.
It's too small.
It's in the past. I don't get all this. It's too small.
No, let me tell you. Let me tell you one. I made a note here. There were 3 things I noted from this episode, and I said Ayala equals too tiny. She's
small.
She's like, I think she's supposed to be like 15 or something. I don't know.
Maybe she goes taller later.
She's proper. She's proper.
Even when she was coming into the office to see him,
it
became even more apparent.
Beside Kirsty McDuffie or whatever her name is.
I'm confused.
So, now, this is whoever, guys, listeners of the show. If you guys can tell us if it is clear at this point, the powers that the amulet grants the wearer, the mythical amulets of the white tiger.
In the show or the comics?
In the comics. Give us the comics. What does it show?
In the show. It's in the show. Because they haven't shown it to me, guys. I'm telling you. I feel like I'm going crazy here.
Yeah, they haven't shown it to you, but so why?
No, they haven't even said it.
They've said they got his powers. That's all you need to know.
How can you tell me it gives powers? Because the powers, for all I know, is it could be when you sneeze, you teleport.
Correct.
Is that not a power?
Yeah, correct.
They have not said what kind of power it is.
Why does it matter?
My point
if
is
it's a sneeze teleport power, then how does it help Ayala, the 4'11" girl, to beat up gangsters?
Okay. So wait till they tell you what the powers is before you start offering your pants.
But I'm not offering pants. I'm legit asking people to tell me.
The show has not shown
powers.
The show has not shown it because it's not necessary.
The show hasn't shown it. They're asking us.
That actress can't sell it.
I'm sorry. In filmmaking, they'll tell you that show me, don't tell me. Don't
but we've not got it to the point where we need to know.
Verbal exposition. Show me what it is.
She better be getting taller and buff.
Wait, sorry. You are complaining about something they're not showing yet.
But if they don't show, no, that's not what I'm complaining about.
No, we've seen
first that she will use the amulet to do what?
What?
But the show has not even said that. We're the ones that are saying it.
Oh no, that was said that she will use the amulet. Okay, no, and Tunde said she will use the amulet, and I'm asking the two of you who said she will use the amulet, and I'm saying to do what?
Okay. Let me explain the powers in the comics if that will help you.
Don't explain the powers in the comic books because I read comic books as you. I know the powers in the comic books, but I want to. They have not shown the powers in the.
What power? That was said. This is was shot too.
No, get.
The listeners are bored, and it doesn't make sense. I don't know what comic book powers have to do with the show. If the show cannot tell you or show you,
why would they show us here when it's not gotten to that story point here?
You know what?
Telling me to the point where she needs the powers.
No.
You know what? Don't worry.
When we get there, we'll revisit. We'll revisit.
Yeah, like even for Hector, we never even saw Hector with the powers in the show yet. Like we just it's not bad, guys.
I specified that. So I'm questioning the nature of the power that will allow this 4'11" Ayala to become the white tiger.
75 pounds.
When we get to that particular scene, and she wears and explains the powers to us, then now.
The first time that we have said is today the first time that we have said
maybe the amulet grants more density. She gets heavier.
Maybe she can be heavier and stronger.
We have seen shows with people smaller than that girl. With superpowers.
What?
Who now? Who?
What's
you got to call Peacemaker.
No, Runaways. That guy that has super strength. She was smaller than Alien now.
Okay.
Nobody complained now when she was beating people up with one punch.
Okay.
Is it superpowers?
I can't see it. I can't see it.
Yeah.
I don't think I don't honestly.
Let me go Kickers was smaller.
Who was smaller? Sorry.
Chloe wasn't smaller than. Oh, Chloe in the first one.
Yes.
Yeah, but Chloe didn't have superpowers. She was beating up guys. Fair enough. Chloe Moretz. Hit girl.
Kick-ass. It's girl.
It's girl.
Oh, yeah. Oh.
It's girl.
That's even worse. Yeah, we bought that one. She was smaller, had no powers.
Exactly. So I'm not getting.
This girl was shooting and slicing.
But she used guns and swords, right?
She uses brass knuckles, swords.
She doesn't have powers.
She doesn't have powers.
All right. So it's not a function of the size.
No problem. We'll see what.
It's not going to be believable, Sha. That's what I'm saying.
I would be surprised. Okay, but go on.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, so the final bit of this episode is
Tracy's muse to his hideaway.
To the tunnel, yeah. And then the final bit is Daredevil going to go and look for her while Muse takes the slowest possible time to kill her. And Daredevil
it takes. That's how he does it. That's how he preps. That's how he preps his people.
I'm exaggerating.
He was draining her.
Yeah, he was draining her. Yeah. I mean, it took her before Daredevil went to her house. And they were still draining her all through Daredevil speaking to her mom, Daredevil looking for her all around the city, Daredevil finding her in the tunnels.
That's not.
I'm saying that.
That's not true. You're exaggerating. You're exaggerating.
I said it.
I had no issue with that timing at all.
Okay.
I had no issue with that timing and the finding of her.
It's fine. It's fine if you have issues with that. Yeah.
I guess the issue I had, and it's not even an issue because I would have loved to have seen Daredevil's process, but I know his ability, so I can guess there's a lot of ways he could have.
Because she didn't tell him that he's, people have been disappearing around this part of the of the subway.
I believe Hector had his theory about where this guy was anyway, and that's what because she was reading his notes. So so then they could easily go to the same house and read the same notes. I just wish I'd seen
the process of how we found her.
She told him as Matt that it's around here that it's happening. So he gets there, he smells that perfume and he traces her to it, or he smells the blood.
I bet you can smell that perfume. Or whatever she wears.
Whatever. There's no point. Like it finds
there are lots of.
Can I mention one shot I thought was beautiful?
What?
When he shot the thing and then he swung and then he punched his head.
When he was looking.
Yes.
That's what when the light clears away. This man is running towards him.
Yes. That was good.
That was good. That shot.
Yeah. But one thing this is that particular fight.
Yes.
I don't know. I felt the show could have ended there. It
was a brawl. Why? Okay. Why?
No. Yeah. Like Daredevil could have beaten this guy, and still beating the guy on top of it and cut the guy. I don't see any reason why the guy could have escaped.
Then the show will end.
So I put. So there were three things I wrote. The second thing I wrote was Muse escape equals stupid.
Yeah.
Because it's really stupid.
It's stupid.
Yeah,
it's plot.
When someone with those abilities, you escape from them, I'm like, I don't understand.
How do you say that girl, I still track him.
You can do any number of things. It was just a little too convenient.
Can we talk about the way the fight with Muse, and the fight with Kingpin and
Adam? It was just both of them coming into their
parallels,
embracing their nature.
And what was that a move?
Yeah,
and they will finish that move.
That was really well done.
I love that kind of.
That was very, very well done.
Can I ask a question?
Yes.
Yeah.
So when Fisk goes to see Adam,
he's
not eating omelette anymore. He's eating full.
So this is why. Thank you for this. I like this part. He's putting on weight again.
Yes. Yeah. That's why it suits.
That's why he's that's why he tore his jacket. Yeah. I like that. So it's quite possible that we will see him balloon into the Kingpin of.
But what is the psychology behind that? When he goes to see that guy eating this full meat,
because he's accepting who he is.
He's embracing his nature.
Embracing. Yeah, that is who I am. I like bloody steak. Yeah. But when I'm with Vanessa or when I'm in my fake life,
culture that refined and stuff.
Yeah.
So now he
cuts this thing. Now he's less. I like it.
Even Adam, he could have slashed him, but no. He wanted to beat him.
So the only thing I can just pray for Adam now is that the head of that axe falls inside or he can reach it so he can kill himself. Because this guy is just going to be using you for punching bag.
That scene. I was looking at that scene. You're an idiot. Me, I'll pretend I'm weak.
You pretend you're weak.
You'll still
and do what?
I'll pretend.
No, and then do what? After you pretend.
Then try not pick up the axe and run at somebody who gave you the axe. Yeah, screaming.
No, what are you going to do? What are you going to do?
No, pretend. Oh no. Oh, hey.
And then
the person that comes inside, and then what do you do?
No, and then hit him with the axe. But openly picking up the axe and launching when you're weak and launch at this 2-ton truck. And then miss it. I just think, this guy, you chop.
Have you ever had a conversation with somebody that the person is saying something that doesn't make sense?
You want to be acting
please.
Which kind of?
When you're talking with your friends, when you're talking to your friends that they feel like they can beat somebody in a fight and they're explaining to you how they will win that fight.
Yeah. Just like
yeah.
Okay, sorry. Okay, so let me do it. If you're in that situation, you act the same way.
I want
to
I'll act worse than him.
Wait. Yes. Have you seen this how to survive a bear attack instruction manual that when the bear attacks, that You play possum when he nears you, you jump on his back and then you strangle the bear. And then when he falls then you realize that at some point you died earlier, but this is only dream. This is not like afterlife. That's what you're telling me here, because that way is not possible. That guy, if he's going to beat you, he's going to beat you.
He's going to beat you. No matter what.
At least
what that boy is saying is he's going to pretend and let you get.
I know. He's going to play possum, but it doesn't matter. You're beating the shore.
But it's still a better option than what he did.
It's not.
Okay, sorry. Okay.
You're beating the shore now.
No, me, I'm not watching that guy.
At least, genuinely, let me just say, maybe
I will overstate my injuries. I will overstate it. I'm not watching that guy. Okay. I'm not even leaving that cell. Because to me, that was a mistake. You have an axe in a cell, and you left that cell to go and meet him outside in open space.
You know what? Just take the axe and throw it back to him. Take your axe.
Come and make me this cell.
Use it to cut your stick.
Throw the axe and close the door back.
I don't want to go anywhere. Thank you.
You are who?
Yeah. You know what? I suspect that is probably actually the best thing. I just give the other say, close the door.
I'm not fighting. I'm not fighting. It's okay. It's fine. It's fine.
You see, this arrangement is very okay.
It's okay.
You're feeding me.
I have bed. I have toilet. Okay.
The man that gave you axe to come and fight him, you don't know. He doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, he's as if he's come and die by your hands.
Exactly. You can't.
Okay.
No. I stay myself. What's people going to do next?
Let me. You know what? Let me even come out, swing at him, see if I can reach Buro now. See how I can reach the door. The guy has to try.
No, come inside yourself. I'm not going
to.
You are saying this. You are saying
you have to play that a bit more. After you return the axe to him, let's see. Maybe the next time, maybe we'll give you a chainsaw. You never know. But I'm not attacking him with an axe. No.
Oh god.
You know what the worst thing about Adam's situation is? He's going to wake up the next week, and he'll still be in that cell.
Yep.
Yeah.
I kind of hope he died, just so the guy can just be free.
So do we think he's going to kill him or not?
He can't
eventually.
At some point,
you can't let him go.
Yeah, he can't. He's committed now.
He cannot afford to let Vanessa know.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's an issue for me. The fact
if Vanessa does not know, then she's either willfully stupid.
Please bullshit. This guy, you don't know what this guy is anymore.
No. So she can't prove it. I think she suspects there's something.
But that's enough. That's more than enough.
What's she gonna do? She knows who he is. She's not gonna accuse him.
So here's my point. Let's pretend. Why are they both pretending to each other? You know he took him.
She doesn't know. She suspects.
She's stupid.
No.
If she's not 100% certain it took him, then either she's stupidly in love.
No, it's not, guys. It feels like this is a weird episode. I keep standing with different people, but I'm completely reread here now. He has looked her in the face and said, "I'm not going to touch him." And she said, "If you touch me, we'll pay you." And the guy said,
"But you can't find the guy.
But I can't find him."
No, you say you can't find the guy. Like, we don't know the circumstances of the tryst now. We don't know whether the guy is a traveler. All we know is he's an artist. We don't know whether he's a traveling artist.
No, he came to for all she knows, Fisk should have told him, like, boy, take this ticket, don't contact her again.
And fuck off. I don't want to see you here.
Come back, I will
exile.
Kill you. Yeah. He knows he can do that. I'm sure
there's nothing she can. Okay,
she knows.
And she's again, she's so silly. She's not seen all those script knuckles of his. I mean,
no. But she knows that.
Knuckles,
she knows that whatever disappearance wherever this guy has gone, Fisk had something to do with it.
See.
But she can't prove what it is.
Exactly. So what do you want to have?
No, I'm saying that if in her heart of hearts, like there's no. If in her heart of hearts she doesn't know that Wilson has either killed this guy or whatever, he has done something to this guy, then
no. But he admitted to her that he had a conversation with him.
Yeah, but then he didn't do nothing. So you're right.
Let's say in her heart of hearts, she suspects that Wilson has killed this guy. What should she do now?
No, I'm not saying she needs to do anything, but I'm saying that the whole what's this thing called? The whole pretense that they are going through.
It's a scenario of
today.
I guess
today you need to marry so that you know that how to pretend very well. Pretending that now is fake. When you marry, that's when you be pretending that some things is you will pretend now. It's not like just get over this model. Say,
she's acting like a mob boss. She's acting like she's the way they portray her. It's not like one of those Lulu ladies who man's cheating, but they tell themselves a lie, even though they see all the evidence.
No,
like, if that was what they were putting, I would buy that. But the way they portray this lady, they're very frank, very open with each other. The fact that if you killed him, to me, it would not be a big deal to Victoria.
The facts. No, she specifically said, "Don't kill this guy, I beg."
And he
killed her. That means that wait.
He hasn't killed him.
The way we take it is she made a specific request, and he will grant whatever Vanessa wants.
Yes.
There's no reason why Vanessa wouldn't believe that. If he told her,
then she's delusional.
Okay, so how many women are
to be fair to
what difference does it make?
Do we have female listeners?
They should know now. If they don't know by now,
she has been portrayed as delusional. She's been portrayed as delusional in
go show me
when the psychiatrist asked her that, do you think you're in danger? And she goes, oh, I'm 100% certain that Wilson will never touch me.
I believe that. Even I believe that.
No, she came back and told him now.
Yes.
Yeah. She came back and told that's the level of delusion.
No. She told him, I hope I'm wrong. He doesn't completely believe it.
I'm being very sensitive.
I don't know what
generally
that's the problem.
Women and men, we can tell ourselves lies.
Yes,
all the time.
Even when the truth is staring us in the face, we try
because you're trying to get along. Yeah, because
this character has never been portrayed this way, in my view.
No, but this character is also human now. This character is also human. She's also human. She's a wife. She's a woman.
No.
Of course, she wants to believe the best out of somebody that is her husband.
She's shown as more pragmatic than that. So to me, this is a departure from a character. You are a crime boss lady.
That has nothing to do with it. She's still a lady. She's still a wife. She still chooses to believe him. Because that's what he told her. He hasn't lied to her before.
And for me,
to believe him.
It's a total jar for me.
Okay.
That the whole scenario doesn't even ring for me at all.
I don't know. I still don't understand what the point is. Is she supposed to vex for him now and to be vexing for him because she cannot find her ex-lover? You can't find your ex-lover. I said I didn't kill him. I don't know where he is. Now what do you want me to do? What do you want from me?
Just show that I don't know where. I don't believe you.
I
don't believe you.
Okay, so you don't believe me. Okay, so what now? Do you want to believe? Because you don't have any hard proof, but just because you don't believe.
We're talking about proof. Do you have proof to say you don't believe somebody?
Okay, so
if
she says she doesn't believe him, what does she gain? Like I don't. That's the thing. I don't understand.
With it. But she's not. She's just acting like, oh yeah, okay, yeah. What is true?
I don't understand. But okay.
So that aspect of it for me, I just felt I'm just hand waving it.
So let me just say something here about it. So Kex, in this particular show, there's going to come a scene in future where it's revealed that yes, it's going to happen.
Correct.
And she's going to react some type of way to it.
Correct.
Like she's going to act betrayed and all of that. I'm saying what I'm saying is that some of those emotions she's going to feel then. I expect us to already be feeling now because of the doubt in her mind that Wilson has already done something to this guy. So it's not about how
she's probably feeling them. She's just not giving it credit.
It's not visible to us yet. I'm supposed to have been seeing that in some of her actions and mannerisms. Right now, she's acting as if she still 100% believes Wilson.
Yeah, I don't understand. How many times have we seen Vanessa in this show? Enough for us to care, to see this. Like, I don't
like. She's still
Vanessa is not even a central character at all.
We've seen it for like 4 seasons or 3 seasons of Daredevil.
I'm saying this season. I'm talking about this season. Is it not this season?
This is not the first season we've seen her now, is it? We've met her for 4 seasons. This is a continuation of a former character. It's not like she's not like a new character to us.
Yeah, but yeah, okay. That's enough of that. Let's rate the episodes.
Yeah, let's rate the episode. We still have this thing. The 2 episodes.
Yeah.
Well, together? No. Let's do it
separately.
Yeah.
Episode 5, I'm gonna give. That's the bank robbery. I'm going to give 3.7. Episode 6, I'm going to go 4.1. I enjoyed it. I like the action a lot with him and Muse. I thought there were some really cool parts where he wasn't even looking, and he was like, he shot his billy club, and like he really used his billy club a lot, which I liked. Like he did the whole bouncing, like to block Muse's escape. I liked it, and I liked the Kingpin beat down of Adam. So 4.1 for me for episode 6, Excessive Force.
Okay.
3 and 3.8 for me.
Red, say again?
3 and 3.8 for me.
3 being episode 5.
Bank robbery 3.
Okay.
3.8 for.
Okay. So for me, I will give episode 5 3.5. I enjoyed it for what it was. That's my misgivings at some points. Episode 6, I will give a 4. I enjoyed it as well. Again, despite some small misgivings. And I have to say, I know this is going to annoy Kex. I really, really enjoy the little
Ayala.
I like her acting.
Yeah.
We figured that much. We know.
Yeah, we know. For me, 3 for episode 5.
Okay.
For episode 6, 2.8.
Yes.
Why so low?
Wait.
Yeah.
Why so low?
Okay, today, episode 6 was the Muse episode.
Yeah.
Why so low?
I like
the bank more.
The bank episode more than the Muse episode. Like the bank episode, it was just I actually don't know. It was just my enjoyment of the episode. At the end, let me put it like this: at the end of the episode, how I felt about the episode was like average. I'm giving it a 2.8 because it's what's this thing called? Because I know it's better than average, but I didn't feel it after watching it.
Okay.
So it was just my pure enjoyment of the show.
I want to say something actually. I want to ask a question.
Yeah.
We all now realize that he's back now, right?
Oh yeah.
Oh no, not today.
I thought you meant today. I thought you meant today, the hater.
Daredevil is back. Yeah.
You mean I realize what you. No, I meant that Daredevil's not fully back.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's back. Yeah.
He's back.
But Kingpin is coming back also. So
yeah. So that was my next question. Is Kingpin back? I mean, what does that mean?
No, I don't think
he's not back openly.
Yeah, I don't think
he's not back yet.
He's still Mayor Fisk.
Yeah,
still Mayor Fisk.
Yeah. There's one more thing I really wanted to touch on that Doc mentioned that I think has been affecting this show a lot.
Tell me.
That in their bid to make Wilson Fisk like a certain political figure, they are making him a lot dumber than he normally is. Like they are trying to force those parallels too much. And that's why we are seeing some of the obvious.
I'm not seeing those.
They are not buying that.
I would say dumber. It's more like it's normal moves do not apply as he would like.
Yes, he's in strange waters.
He's learning a new way. He's learning a new way of navigating.
All this going to sit somewhere for 4 hours.
He's used to dealing with probably sharks.
Yeah.
Now he's dealing with piranhas. And
he's dealing with piranhas while they have to while he has to sit there and pretend they're not piranhas.
Yes.
And
it's almost like he's walked into their arena.
Yeah.
Yes.
Exactly. Yes.
And trying to fight by these new rules. No, he doesn't really want to fight with those rules.
They are not like people like this. They're not. It's not a one-to-one copy, but it's like they are trying to force the populism. I would change this city mentality based on my outsider experience, even though the outsider experience is.
I would agree with you, except we got this in the comic books.
In the comics before, yeah.
In the comic
happened before.
Mayor of New York. So
Mayor of New York.
Like
okay.
Something completely out of.
It didn't just happen
in the
last
comic
November.
books, it was a lot more competent too, if I remember.
Yeah.
It was a lot more competent. Like he didn't act like he didn't know what he was doing.
No, to be honest, in the books, in the comic books, it was still proper nut job now.
Yeah, it was a nut job. It was like
his task force was full of villains. Outright villings.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay,
like all this pretense of doing the right thing, it wasn't.
It wasn't there. Okay, let's move to Absolute Comics. So I think we spent some time on it.
We spent some time on it.
Okay, but we have
Absolute Comics. We have Absolute Comics. Let's start with let's just quickly do a brief round of the second wave, and then we can go deep dive later on.
Yeah.
Second wave, Absolute Flash, yay or nay?
Yes. Oh, Absolute Flash. Let's start. Absolute nay from me. I mean, it is very pedestrian. I mean, and for the Flash, that is what you don't want it to be. It is very blech. The art, and then it has this new 52 style art that isn't. It doesn't speak to me. It doesn't have any character, no soul. For me, I don't like the story. It feels boring with the teenage Wally who gets his powers. He's an army brat, I think. Yeah, he's an army brat, and then his dad is like a scientist. He pallies up with Barry Allen, who is one of the scientists on the secret projects his dad is working on. There's an accident. He gets his powers. We don't. This is told in flashbacks, right? And now he's being hunted by the U.S. Army, special division in the U.S. Army. Absolutely nothing to me to write home about. I'm hoping Jeff Lemire really starts to show his Lemireisms in this, but otherwise it could have been written by Jeff Johns for all I know. Out of 5 for me, this is probably maybe a 1.5.
Yeah, this is probably my worst book.
Probably.
This is my worst book of the Absolute. Let me not lowball it. It's my worst book of the Absolute book. It doesn't feel like an Absolute book
at all.
Like there is nothing.
Oh.
The main takeaway of the Absolute book is do what you're not doing or do what you cannot do in the original books. Mm-hmm. Like you are free to reimagine the entire concept of the character. And we still get this exact same thing that can be from the mainstream book, and that's like my biggest disappointment with this. So it's going to be a 1 for me.
Disappointing.
I haven't read this one, so
okay.
For me, this is a 3/5. I actually
because it's Flash.
Oh well, because it's Wally, and to me, I just thought this was an opener. There's nothing much happened in it. So I'm just thinking,
the problem.
It's a slow start, but
but if nothing much happens in it, how do you give it a 3?
Because I enjoyed what I read, but I need to know more. I didn't.
What did you enjoy?
I enjoyed it. I thought, okay, fine.
What did you enjoy?
What Texas United?
Are you mad?
You guys, let the man enjoy his enjoyment now. What's going on? No. When this show started, you said something was your happiness, that they should let you be happy.
Somebody tells you that they like Batman or something like that. Will you say that? I'll leave you?
No, see, I'm not even saying. I'm not even hating. I'm like, this is something I saw as objectively rubbish, and that person he saw something that I enjoyed. So I'm actually very curious as to what he enjoyed and what made him enjoy it.
To me, I read this, and to be honest, I enjoyed. The only thing I can say about this is it, and I think I don't know who said it out of you two. It's the first one that was almost more closer to this universe than the Absolute, than all the other books. But I still enjoyed it for what it was.
It's genuinely like a new 52.
I am a Flash fanboy. I'm a bigger Wally fanboy, and I thought, okay, Jeff really, I like him. I just saw this. Okay, this is a setup. I'm enjoying it so far, but it needs to go further. Now, if it remains at this level for the rest of the storyline, then for an Absolute book, then I think you might as well just put this in. You might as well put this in the main continuity.
Okay.
I mean, we're going to talk about another book in a minute, which I think, well enough, of all Absolutes, is the most absolute. So far that I've read.
Okay.
But yeah, So for me, it's 3/5.
3/5. Okay, I get it now. I disagree, but I get it. Martian Manhunter.
Right. So this to me is the most unique of all the Absolute books.
Yeah.
And okay, so here's the weird thing. It's so weird. I'm still getting my head around it, and I'm planning to read it again. But I know I enjoy the weirdness, but I don't know. I'm obviously not sure whether it's going to be very good or not. And my score on this is exactly 3 again out of 5. But this to me has got more potential to be. Okay, this is what to me I said to myself: this is going to be a god tier book, or going to end up like a Tom King shit book. Where you try to do this unique take, but then you don't land it. But as an opener, it 100% got me hooked.
Yeah. Okay, that's an interesting take. Red, did you read this?
No.
Kex?
I love this book. And conversely, I love it, and I'm not entirely sure why. I think I like the weirdness. This feels more like a Jeff Lemire book than Dennis Camp.
Yeah.
And it's very, very Lemire. This is kind of what I expected, where it's almost like psychological horror as well as body horror elements there. I really like this book. I like the art. I like the weird smoky thing that he keeps seeing coming out of people. I like his, I would say descent into madness, but this is somebody who he's awakening some new powers and he's like, what is going on? It reminds me, for some reason, I don't know why, it kept reminding me of Mindhunters, which is the Netflix series about FBI profile behavioral units.
I thought you would say something else, but carry on. I'll mention you what it reminds me of.
Okay. So it reminds me of that series where it was like it's basically the beginning of the behavioral unit in the FBI that coined the term serial killers and actually started, hunting them down more or less. And it has that vibe so much because he's in a similar unit in the FBI. He has a wife and kid. The only thing I would have said is the only thing that could have made this probably better for me is if they had set it in another time, maybe in the 60s or 70s, because
make it a period piece,
a period piece, yeah. Because we have back when the FBI were still the G-men and still kind of making their bones. Because we have the Superman. Superman is in the future, I think. Absolute Superman, sorry, is in the future. So I think I'd have just liked this one just in the past.
What do you mean it's in the future?
I think it's in the future. I don't think it's modern day. I don't know. Maybe because of the weapons and stuff. I just feel it's futuristic.
I've not clocked that, but I would love that.
So I never had that feeling.
I didn't clock that, but I would love that.
I've just felt
the weapons and the technology seem to be futuristic.
It feels very futuristic.
Yeah, I just thought it was because of the way
I don't know, even the peacekeepekeepers, the way the whole thing.
Post-apocalyptic
vibes.
That was all used by that team that obviously have access to tech.
No, wait. It feels like RoboCop kind of future.
Not far future, yeah.
Or like that
10 years from the present or 10, 15, yeah. Well, I didn't clock that, but like I can see it clearly. Like it's set slightly ahead of where Absolute Batman and Absolute
where
Wonder
we are.
Woman
It feels that way anyway. But I like this, man. This is for me like maybe a 4.2. And again, something that I said I have to reread it, and I feel like as the others come along and I read those ones, so I'm like, man, this is
this book
it's been extended, by the way. So sorry, it's the only second wave that's been extended. Sorry,
it reminds me
because of the strength of the
It reminds me of a book called Shade, the last version of Shade I read. I don't know if you guys read that.
Agents of Shade.
Yeah, that's
what that's Shade. SHADE.
Yeah, so it wasn't S.H.A.D. It's not the
it was this creature from. It's almost similar to this book. Like, there was a character called Shade. I might get his name wrong.
In what? In where? In DC.
It's in DC.
DC. It's DC character Shade, and it's very mind blowing as well. And it came and inhabited a young girl's body. You know what? To the give you a review. I'm going to find the name of the
there's an Agent of Shade written by Jeff Lemire during the New 52 era. I'm not sure if that's the book you're referring to.
I know that might be it.
Yeah, but yeah, I love this book as well. Like even the focus. I think the writer talked about how he's not just focusing on the big action like the other books. He's focusing on like the psychological reasons of why people do certain things, and using
Like that.
what's this thing called? Using Martian Manhunter as a stand-in. Even the character of Martian Manhunter is completely different. This is an actual proper alien, not just not
Yes.
a Martian, but like an
Yes.
alien consciousness. So it's like the alien understanding of people and all of that. And I'm like, I am so digging the concept.
Yeah, I like
This
it.
is like soup for my brain right now. It's like you've taken the best parts of some comic things I really want to read,
Yeah,
and you put them together in one book. So yeah,
I do like it.
100%
Like
sold
it.
on this book. Like
I do
yeah,
like it.
completely sold. It's a 4.5 for me out of 5.
You guys are just
And
dishing this book for anyhow. Okay, I have to check this
yeah,
out.
4.5 out of 5. I'm 100% sold on this book, and I hope it looks like a kind of book that would land well, but I
I think
really,
it
really
will.
hope it does.
Yeah,
Yeah,
same.
yeah,
Same.
yeah.
Okay.
Because the character is so nice.
Yeah,
The colors are
concepts,
beautiful.
the art
Yeah. The
is,
cosmic horror of
is
even his son, when he tries to
great.
show him and he showed him
Thank you. And we
the
showed him the plasticine figure of the
yeah,
alien. I
yeah.
like
Then
it.
even when he's sleeping and the wife, like when he goes out to smoke and his wife is her
And his
eyes
wife
are
is
wide
awake.
open. I'm like that
Yeah.
yeah,
I like
it's deliciously alien.
I
So
like
yeah,
it. Yeah.
4.5. I'm not even sure why I'm not giving it a 5 because I can't think of anything, but yeah, 4.5.
Right. So
Yeah.
the character I'm talking about is it's not Shade actually.
Mm-hmm.
Shade is the guy
Organization.
with the black, almost like the Dark Force. No,
Okay.
I'm talking about. I'll find. I'm sure his name also starts with S. It's a DC character. It's weird. This book really, really reminds me a lot of that book, and it's not even that old. Probably like last 5 years that book came out. I'm going to dig it out now.
Yeah, if you
Okay.
find
I'll show you guys
If you
afterwards.
find it, let us know. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, those are the first two. We should be getting Absolute Green Lantern this week.
yes,
That's
April.
been written this
This is the
April.
one I'm looking
April.
forward to the most.
Yeah. I mean,
Of
it's written by
all the
Al
Apple
Elwin,
thank you, Al Elwin.
and it's my favorite Green Lantern, so
Yeah,
Jonah.
I'm looking forward to this.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
I saw some internal arts.
Yeah, from the end of this
big.
book, we saw some
I
ads.
saw this big. I don't know whether it's a
The
ring
big,
or lantern.
the big lantern symbol on Earth. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm totally. This is what I'm really excited for this as well.
Yeah.
No,
So Absolute, they are up to a great start.
Can I mention one thing about the other Absolute books?
Yeah.
Yes.
About Wonder Woman.
Yes.
Naija I love.
This last issue is my favorite. Yeah, issue 6.
I'll tell you, it's a god tier issue.
Which one is 6? Where she became Medusa?
No, where she spoke with Death.
Underworld. Where she spoke with Hades.
Where Hades, yeah.
Correct.
Hades or Hecates?
Hades.
I've not read the 6th one. Then. Oh, well, I'm slacking.
Yeah.
Where she's recounting her this thing where she went to meet Prometheus.
Yeah.
It is, and do you know what it reminds me of?
What?
Murewa and
it does.
Dotun, yes.
The art, the storytelling,
the mythology.
Really, very much so.
This is what. Yes.
I love this issue. I like the art, and I've liked the issue 1 to 5. The art, everything, but this issue just absolutely stands out. Like even how she gets Pegasus, dude. This is absolutely amazing.
Oh, sorry, guys. I find the character I'm looking for.
Who's it?
Yeah.
And actually, I was right, but it's not Shade. It's Shade, the Changing Man.
Okay, that's a different.
I have heard of this. So
yeah,
the Changing Man. I don't remember the name, but I've heard of the Changing Man. Okay, so we'll continue to watch the.
One more thing I would say, if you're talking about the last issue of Absolute Superman, this is now my canon. This is now my canon for Krypton.
Can I say something?
Yes, of course.
Let me go back to what Dark was.
Yes.
So I'm going to take Absolute Batman and Absolute Superman.
Yes.
Yeah.
The artwork.
Yes.
Very, very different.
Yes.
Very, very unique.
Yeah.
Absolute Batman is Nick Dragota, right? So it gave me the feeling like I was reading East of West all over again with the head.
Yep.
With
With
the
noses and
with the noses and everything.
Yeah.
And even the Bruce's face looked very, very much like some of the
characters. Yeah.
That was good. But there was when Krypton was exploding in Superman. The kinetic art in that book.
Sure.
I wanted to get it on paper and flip, like see
to see it move.
The detail, the artwork for Absolute. We shouldn't be saying this for Tunde because his head will be swelling, but this is really, really good. It's really, really good work.
It's brilliant.
And I'm not even talking about the stories yet, or I'm not even talking about how they've woven the stories. Just the artwork is well done. Well done.
For anybody, I mean, this is, and I'm gonna fuck it. I mean, at this point in time, I give praise where it's due. That's it.
Yeah, we're better than some.
Yeah, we're better than today. The way the story of the destruction of
Krypton
shit is the best I've ever seen. Talking about us, John Burns is the best I've ever seen.
It's also
it's better than
it's also
my canon.
It's also a mindfuck,
canon
right?
of the edition of Krypton, yeah.
Because it's also a mindfuck. Because at some point, I'm going to be like, are there going to be many of them on Earth? Like, did they all make it?
It's also the false hope.
The false hope
of all of them getting up there, and then he's like, "Yeah, my parents are flying the ship. We're going to be fine. It's okay. I feel a little bit of hope in my heart."
Like how
until Krypton.
These are the only ones we could save. The guy just had dinner with us down the road. We couldn't save him. This farmer, so you got 20 or you got 30. We're good.
Yeah.
And to be fair, it also gives like the best explanation for why any other Kryptonian will crop up in future. They escaped as well because we know everybody. Everybody tried to escape. Like it was the last. I'm like, God damn.
Yeah.
It solves all the problems that we usually goes about the Krypton destruction. That it was these rich people that made a ship just for their son to send him away.
That bit
we don't think about it, but it was always
no. I know. I never saw it that way. I saw it as they were taking a gamble. Right? Nobody would listen to us. I've been discredited. I mean, the old Jor-El. I've been discredited. Nobody's listening.
I mean, the only one I bought was the John Bauer because he made it clear that they didn't expect to explode so quickly. So
and that's what they used to sell this one. But but like this one, like it ties the entire themes of Superman into the destruction of Krypton.
Yeah,
like the greed that he's always fighting against, the upper class and the lower class division.
Yeah,
people coming together at the end.
I mean, this is the first time. But the thing is, this is also the first time that we've seen him grow up on Krypton. This is the first time we've seen Kal-El. Because normally
that's the part I'm gonna make.
Yeah.
This Superman is the most alien of all Superman.
Yeah, exactly.
But it's still the most human of all Superman because the part where he goes to space and says and tells Skelex that I don't want to get the address of the Peacemaker from him because I will kill him. Superman has always been this guy that except the Superman versus the Elite, we rarely see Superman struggle with morals. He always knows what is right or wrong.
But that's what I'm saying. And I think that's going to change because of how they ended that book.
Because he went back to Smallville, right?
Yeah.
Sorry?
That he went back to Smallville.
Yeah. So for me, at the moment, he's an alien. He's not had any Ma Kent upbringing yet. And where he came to be honest, I don't know how he came to these places where it was all these poor people. It's also all it is the brutality of man against man. So
there's a gap between him leaving Krypton and his current. So now
he has met Mark Kent.
That's my point. We don't know.
He has met Mark Kent. So there was a network where he sat on his stoop with even Mark Kent somewhere.
I can't remember. How I know he has met Mark Kent is because Mark Kent was calling out to him.
She was in the hospital.
Calling out to him.
My beautiful boyfriend.
But also there was one hour where he sat where I think they showed him sit down with Mark Kent. Did I imagine that?
I'm not
You've read it
sure
more
I can.
recently.
I'll have to go and check.
I just read it yesterday.
Okay.
So
in that case,
maybe I need to read all 6 anyway.
Yeah. All 5 right now.
All 5.
Yeah.
If they tell me they are deleting the history of Superman and this is the new canon for Superman, I'm 100% on board.
Yeah.
That's how much I love Absolute Superman.
You know why I won't be happy?
Yeah.
Because I know it won't last. I trust DC.
It's fair. But this is the anointing. This is something that can last. It's like it fixes all the plot holes and it gives like it's open. It's so open-ended.
It can never last at DC. It's not possible.
It's okay.
It's not possible.
Let's
just create one infinite crisis to reset it.
Yeah, let's enjoy the good things.
His ass.
Should we raise
it 25?
I'll take.
Should we rate the first volume? This 1 to 5 of Absolute Superman.
Yeah.
Oh, is that the first volume? Is that the first volume done? I thought it's 6.
It's going to be 6. It's going to be 6 or 7.
I know. What's it called? Wonder Woman's volume 1 is done, but I don't know.
It's done already. Yeah.
I assumed it was 5 per.
Batman is not done. When is Batman done?
Batman has one more issue.
No. Batman is done now.
Let's go one more now.
Done? He has one more.
Volume. Are you sure?
Yeah, I think they're all 66.
One more.
I thought it was done now.
No, so
it's done.
No. What's it? I think
Batman was the last one.
The last one is the one that Joker is now saying.
He kicked the baby.
No. There's one after that. Where is that the last one?
Oh no,
that's the last.
So Batman is 6 issues. You're right.
No, there's 6. So I just read everything. I think there's one after
Batman is done. I think Superman's the only one left not done yet.
Sorry. You've read 6.
Yeah.
Then the volume. I said volume 1 is done. At the end of volume 1 is the one that this guy says send Bane.
Yes, send Bane. Yeah, send Bane. Yeah.
So Batman is done. Kicking the baby is the end of Batman.
Yeah.
This absolute book keeps giving me joy.
Amazing stuff.
I'm sorry.
I loved it.
The idea of Batman kicking the baby is giving you joy.
I'm not gonna lie. You know why? That kid tried to stab him. Then he now held the kid now said, "I'm a kid." Just put the flotation device on the bastard and just put him into the sea. Then the chick comes out and sees the baby. I'm like, okay, don't worry. I will jump my
the flotation device.
I really like it.
It's so funny. See, like all 3 books, Wonder Woman, epic. But Superman, it tugs at my heartstrings a lot. Batman, I'm just laughing all the way through.
So let's rate volume 1 of Batman and volume 1 of Wonder Woman. Right?
Wonder Woman. Yeah.
Wonder Woman for me, based on my enjoyment, because you guys know that this has been my favorite one. I'm gonna give this a 4.2. My favorite. Oh, sorry. Okay, is today the one that's frozen, or is it me?
Today's frozen, not yet.
No, it's frozen.
So Wonder Woman, I'm giving 4.2. Batman, I'm giving 4.4. I'm giving Batman a 4.
Really?
Yeah, I liked it a lot. I liked it. He's still crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna give it a 4 because I like the way the latter issues. I prefer like the issue 4, 5, 6, where Black Mask puts a bounty out on people, floods arms into Gotham, puts a bounty on people when you put on the helmets. I just like that kind of chaos.
Okay.
So but I don't like the way how big Batman is and all those. I'm like, that's a bit too much. Okay,
so for me, Wonder Woman is a 3.5.
Okay.
Batman is a 4. And I know we're not to Superman yet, but at the moment it's trending for me as a 4.5 at the moment.
Okay. That is actually fair because a lot of thought has gone into Superman more than the others.
Yeah.
A lot of thought.
I mean, Batman's over the top fun, but it doesn't hold.
Yeah, exactly.
But it doesn't hold together logically.
That is the best way to describe it. It does
not. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even try.
Yes, it's ridiculous. Because I mean, literally, the guy blew up a building in the shape of a bat. I'm like, that's stupid. But it's just like enjoyable for me. Yeah. Superman is the one that's had.
It's the most structured, well-written.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah. I agree.
Okay, Red.
Superman. Red.
Superman for me 4.2, Wonder Woman 3.8, Batman 3.5.
Okay.
Sorry, what's 3.8?
Wonder Woman.
Okay, and Batman 3.5.
3.5, yes.
Okay.
Superman 4.2.
4.2. Okay.
Today, absolute ratings.
Okay. Superman 5.
Oh, Jesus.
Batman 4. Wonder Woman 4.5.
Jesus. What did you give Wonder Woman?
4.5.
So 5, 4.5, and 4.
Yeah.
Good. I can take that because that Wonder Woman to me is so good. So good.
It's brilliant. Yeah, I love it.
I really want Wally to read it and tell me what he thinks. He's the video.
I got a feeling he might not like it.
Yeah, I think he might not.
Yeah, he's a Wonder Woman purist. He may not like all the
I got a feeling he might like it. I think even the fact that she's being raised by S0E.
Yeah.
Push him off.
I think he might not. Yeah, I think he might not. Okay, guys. So next week, what are we talking about? We're talking about Daredevil.
Yeah, at least.
Yeah.
Yes.
And
I want to talk about Doom, the Word of Doom.
Oh,
One world on. It hasn't gone far enough, but
it's not gone far enough. But I want to talk about it because, bro, heads up, I'm enjoying it so far.
Okay.
Yeah, I like this conversation with Valeria, but we'll see.
I'm going to download that. Then we'll talk about it.
Yeah, and there was something else I want to talk about. Oh yes,
your powers.
Don't let me talk about it because
Power Fantasy.
Around.
Power Fantasy.
We have to talk about Power Fantasy.
Yeah, we've not talked about that in a while.
Yeah. Oh, forget what I want to talk about before because I just want to move about.
Forget what I was talking about before.
Professor X again. But no, yeah. Let's just talk about.
I've never seen somebody that has X on the brain like you before. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for listening. This has been Naija's Geeking Out. Remember to rate, like, subscribe on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and we'll see you next week. Today.
Yeah, see you guys next week. And keep reading Absolute Comics. They're the best.
Okay. See you guys next week. We hope they keep up the quality. We're here.
That more.
Thanks guys for listening once again, and we'll see you later.